It's like morning there, evening here.
That's good evening, Belgium. It's so great to see your face with that great big beautiful smile.
Oh, it's just good to be back. It's been a rough few weeks.
It sure has, but I tell you what, I know I'm speaking for many, many people when I say we are so glad your beautiful, sweet, precious little Leah is all well. Well, she's getting better, but she's going to be fine,
I
right?
know. She is doing better. She still needs a lot of care. She still needs a lot of antibiotics and breathing material, but she's doing better. And so is Jada, because then Jada got sick as well. And
Oh
so
no.
yeah, it's just been one thing after another. But I think it's just the universe. The energies are all screwed up right now, and
What?
it's screwing me up as well. I've had severe headaches before my daughter got sick.
Right.
I had severe migraines, and I was like, what is going on? And so you were telling me about the flares, the solar
Yep.
flares, and I was like, oh my God, this is really screwing me up.
You know,
So
the
it's
solar
tough.
flares, the eclipses, the present energies are just spinning everything to the top. And the only good part
It is.
about it is it's a big major purge.
Right, right. It's just a big cleansing, and it's
Yeah.
a shifting of energies. And the weird thing happened, and I'm going to share it with you. I haven't shared it with anybody yet. But I'm a person that when I connect to spirit, I see them in my mind's eye. I receive their messages in thoughts and in feelings. But
Hmm.
um, yesterday, I was just about to fall asleep. My husband was laying next to me, and all of a sudden, I get startled, and I look up and I see a spirit standing right above Gerald for like a few seconds. Now that has never happened to me before. And he just went flash and flash, it was gone again. And I was like, oh my God, I saw somebody that was standing, or I don't know who it was. It was watching over Gerald or something. And I woke
Oh.
him up, and he was like, yeah, yeah, he doesn't even remember that I woke him up. He doesn't really care. And then I think maybe 5 minutes later, I'm kind of a person, it takes me a while to get to sleep. I kind of
Mhm.
go through these kind of phases. My Gerald, he just lays down and he goes straight to sleep. He has no problems. Mine takes a little bit longer. And I think about 5 minutes later, I hear two voices, a male and a female voice, talking to one another. And I get up, I sit up, I go, I hear you, I hear you. So I've witnessed for the first time in my life a spirit with my eyes open. So not in my mind, but first time I see him like that. And the first time I actually heard two voices in my ears. And I was like, I hear you. I was so excited. I was like, I hear you. And then, of course, I didn't hear anything anymore. I was like, no, come back, talk to me. So I think this energy, on the one hand, it's kind of messing with me. It's getting me off what I normally do, what I normally can do. But there's something opening, and I don't know if I'm kind of getting, like, I don't know, between I'm switching off and on between 3D and 4D,
Mhm.
or what is going on. But yeah, I just wanted to share that because for me that was really exciting because I've never seen them with my eyes like that, and I was like, oh my God, I'm telling you.
Woo! Girl, your multi-dimensional eyes are opening.
Yeah, it's weird, huh? But anyway, I got excited about it. So
Super exciting.
hopefully it happens again. Hopefully it wasn't a one-time deal.
Oh gosh, that sounds super exciting. Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Chillin with Adam. I'm really happy that you missed us only because that shows us that you like us.
We're doing great. We have 1,000 subscribers now.
We
So this
do. We're
feels
so excited.
cool.
We got our 1,000th subscriber. Congratulations to Christina Lopez, who is such a sweetheart, sending so much love and light to you, Christina, for the perfect job and for protection for your sweet little son and for nothing but love, light, and happiness for your family. People are kind of curious about, what are we all about? Who is Adam? So I think maybe we're just going to start adding an intro, and we're going to do it beginning today. Who is Adam? Adam Hamel is my 27-year-old son who transitioned as a result of injuries sustained in a car accident in January 2016. I'm sorry, January 2011. Adam was an organ donor. And he began communicating with me while his body was still on life support. Adam and I have been communicating ever since, and he now works as a spirit guide, helping our blog members, helping our YouTube subscribers, and anyone else who wants to connect with Adam's energy. Hi, Adam.
He said, "Hey, Mama, I love you."
Love you too. I miss you, and I am so excited about the friends you brought with me. I'm sorry, with you today. You know, it's been so long since we've done this, my tongue has forgotten how to talk. Ugh. I think Robin made me do that. Okay, who's with us today? Woo!
I think it was Robin. His energy, he's been around me all day, and his energy is just really spiced up. He's on my right. I can feel him because my ears are kind of going, shh. It's like an ocean that I hear right now.
So this is Robin Williams on your right, and?
Robin Williams is here, and Freddie Mercury is on this side.
Hey,
he's a lot
Freddie.
more calmer.
I have been listening to Queen. I've been listening to Queen all morning, so I'm not calm. I've been rocking out. I want to break free.
Well, they're both here, so Robin just kept making fun, like, well, this is going to be a dead show, isn't it?
Welcome to Tragicomedy with Robin Williams.
I think, although they're very different, you know, they do get along real well. Robin's just been doing these characters, and he's doing it right now. He's just going, "Oh my God, Cindy, you look so great. What can we do to make you just all peachy?"
Oh, you know? Mrs. Doubtfire, thanks for coming, honey. Just don't burn your boobs. Remember when he burned his boobs on the stove? My God, Robin, you're like the funniest guy who ever lived.
Oh, you should see my boobs now. I'm totally on fire because I'm on the Cindy show.
Oh my God. Nanu. Hey, I've been a fan of yours for a long time.
He's going, well, I'm just a new fan, but I still love you. You're adorable.
Thank you, Robin. Thanks so much for coming.
He's saying you are very, very welcome. And he's saying, you know, the world needs a laugh right now, so that's why we're here. They're saying, you know, Adam is a hoot.
Isn't he?
He's saying we get along really well. And we have several Adams. We have Adam and Robin, who kind of hang out on occasion.
Yes, Adam Kajawa, our friend Sarah's son.
Right.
Hey, Adam.
Right. He's calling them the two Adams.
That's right.
The two Adams. And I like them very much. Because you know why? Because they are just as crazy as I used to be. So kudos on them. I told him he could take over my body if he wants to. So they're both allowed to pop in whenever they can. So Freddie's going, so what should we talk about?
Freddie, what would you like to talk about? First of all, I just want to say, hey, it is really nice to meet you. And I didn't really know much about your music. I hadn't really listened to Queen. I bought your music, and I have been enjoying it very much. Love the lyrics, and I really want to get to know you. So you share with us whatever you'd like to.
He's saying, well, we were never the most popular band in America, but, you know, that's why we stuck to Europe. You know, where the big people are.
That's right.
He's saying, no, I love all of you, and I love all my fans. And, you know, the most miraculous thing is that I was already very big. We were very big with Queen. Mm-hmm. But after my death, it just expanded, and it just grew from generation to generation to generation. And, you know, that was one of my dreams, that I would keep living in people's hearts, and that I would keep inspiring people with my music. And I lived for my music. That was the love of my life. That was it right there. And I think it would be really great if me and Robin and Adam, because Adam could talk about this as well, talk about creativity and how important It really is, because we're living in a society, and this has been happening for a very long time, but we live in a society where creativity is not appreciated, where in some way or form society doesn't really approve of it, because they want you to be these robots, these machines that just listen. And creativity helps people to dig deep within themselves. It helps them to find out who they really are, what they love
Right.
doing, and it helps people to think for themselves. You create your own art. And society doesn't really like that. They want you to follow. They want you to obey. They want you to follow the rules and be these worker bees. Just shut up, do your job, and you get paid, and there you go. That's what they want. So, even if you look at the schools nowadays, they're scratching so many classes in creativity and opening up and blossoming. And then even when children will go and say, I want to be a singer, I want to be a writer, I want to be a painter, your parents are going to be like, no, you need something that makes money, honey. That's the way that people raise their children nowadays. And it's so sad, because what we don't understand is that with creativity, let me say it differently. We need creativity to solve the problems that we have now at hand. We need to brainstorm. We need to find resourceful answers to what is going on in the planet right now. And for that, you need your creative thinking. You need to be able to think outside of the box, outside of what you've learned in school. You really need to step out of that box and say, let's start from scratch. Let's look at it from a non-taught way. And that's how we create these new things to give us a better world, to give us a more balanced world, and to really evolve ourselves spiritually, but also mechanically, according to medicine and science. We need to get outside of that box. And the only way we can do that is by using our creativity. We fill our heads up with so much crap that there's no more room for creativity. And so if you can meditate or find 10 minutes a day where you can just chill and just kind of, let your thoughts relax and just not think of all the problems and the worries, and just kind of enjoy sitting outside for a little bit, or just listening to some beautiful music. If you give yourself at least 10 minutes of downtime every day, then what you're doing is you're kind of creating more space in the mind to be creative, to get creative ideas, and you'll find the answers that you need. And they might not be what you thought they would be, but they will be there. The answers will come in a completely different and very unexpected way. So creativity is innovation. And for me, he says, my message to all of you is really to continue to learn, to continue to grow, but always stay humble. Always know who you are, where you came from, and know that we are all equal. Okay? Yes. Because once you do get to a point of fame, it's very easy to lose yourself in that fame. That is something I never did. That is something that Robin never did. He always kept his feet on the ground. He knew where he came from. He knew where, his background. And that's one thing I admire about Robin, is he did so much behind the scenes for people. He would collect money. He would, go personally and give people items that they needed. He would buy people a van. Hey, you need a van. Here's a van. And he would do it in such a humble way. He wouldn't say, look at what I did. Right. He would do it without there being cameras, without there being press. He would just do it because he knew that with fame, you have the ability to change people's lives. You have the financial stability to change people's lives, and you can collect money. He's saying, Robin, this is Robin now. Robin goes, yeah, I know. I like single-handedly raised $70 billion. But, let's not talk about that.
Hey, you know what? I want to, because I just want to tell you personally from my heart, you know, what you have done for the homeless people in America. I mean, thank you, thank you, thank you, because you did. I mean, you made a tremendous impact, and you have a huge heart, and you did care very much, and we knew that.
He's saying thank you for saying that. He's saying, I always being this is not the easiest way to go. However, I loved what I did. I loved comedy, and I still do. I just, it's just not normal. I can't be normal. I don't even know what the normal me is.
Neither do we.
I'm just a collective. I'm just a collective of all these different
You
characters.
Sure are.
That's just who I am.
Yeah.
In that way, I felt connected to so many people, even people that I never met. In some way or form, I always felt connected, that I could tune into their energy and just be them for a little bit. That's what I did, and it really, appealed to people. It really made people laugh, and that's what I was going for. For me, comedy was just a way of, it's almost like a relief of energy. There were a lot of things that I went through. I had, believe it or not, I seemed so confident on those stages, but I was scared shitless every time I went on there. I really was. There was a lot of insecurities about myself in my life, and comedy pulled me through it. Comedy made my life meaningful. Just like Freddie, it was his music. He was also experiencing emotions and things that he, that weren't always accepted, or that weren't always for him even accepted, that he even himself didn't accept about himself. But music, the love for music, and the love for me for comedy is what made our life worthwhile, what made it valuable. And of course, I got to pass that on to my kids, Robin says. So I'm glad that they're now pursuing their own dreams, and I gave them the tools to follow their dreams, to not let anybody stop them. So in that aspect, I'm really great. But I just want to add a little bit, he says, to what Freddie said, and that is that, creativity makes life fun. You need to have fun in life. You need to get excited. You need to get excited every day, he says. When you wake up in the morning, you need to be like, yes, what are we going to do today? What's going to be? That's living. Okay, that's living. And yes, people will say, oh, but he ended his life this way. Yeah, but I enjoyed what I did, and I got up and I got excited about things, I had my ups and downs, we all do. That's part of life. That's how we grow. That's how I grew, but I got excited in the morning to try new things and to explore new things, and to really let my crazy self out. We all need a little bit of craziness, he says, in order to make it through this world. It's a tough world.
It is. So
preserve that little bit of craziness that's inside of you. Okay. You just need to have it in there, and that's just, every now and then you just kind of let it out. You just kind of let it out, and let that monster out, and it's gonna attack a few people. It's all right. You just wipe it off. That'd be good, and you go back to your normal day.
So you mean I shouldn't edit out the faces I made at the beginning of the video? Just let them stay?
Heck no. No, it's part of you. It's part of what's inside of you. So you let it out. Who cares what people think? And it's one thing I never really cared about, is what people thought. I would just do my thing, and you either liked it or you didn't. That's just how it was. But, another thing I just want to address is, oh my God, she got a frog.
What?
It's going, oh my God, Emmanuel's got a frog in her throat. Everybody out of the way. She might just poop some I do have a frog in my leg. I've had it for a frog in my leg.
You have frog legs.
I got frog legs. Well, that might be the case too. Um, no, I've been having a cough since Leah's been sick, so I'm probably picking up what she's got. Um,
Oh
he's
my
just
goodness.
laughing his ass off right now. He's like, Emmanuel's got frog legs. I wonder if they taste really good, if they're sauteed, just a little sprinkle of lemon on it. There's going to be so great. He's an ass.
I tell you what, it's almost like having two Adams.
I know, and Adam's just laughing. I can just feel him laughing in the background. He's just like sitting there, like in a chair, like he's watching a comedy show.
Yeah.
That's what he feels like. He's just like, I'm going to let these guys do the talking. I'm telling you, Robin is crazy. But, to everyone who wants to communicate to spirits, ask Robin to come join your team. You're never going to have a boring day. He pops into my head every now and then, so it's really fun.
Do you want to share how he popped into your head that day when he was with Freddie, Adam, and Eric? With the song "I Want to Break Free." That, folks, this is what inspired this visit.
Yeah. Well, I was driving to pick up my kids from school, and I was alone. Gerald was sitting next to me in the car, and all of a sudden, I'm thinking Freddie. Freddie pops in my head all the time. Freddie, I don't know why, but I have a really close connection with Freddie. We have to explore that one day, Freddie. He's going, yeah. So I Want to Break Free comes on the radio in the car, and all of a sudden I get this image in my head where there is it was Adam, it was Eric, and it was Robin Williams and Freddie Mercury, and they're all like dressed as women, like in the video with the short skirt, and they all have like hairy legs. Except Freddie. Freddie wasn't too bad, but most of them had hairy legs, and they were just all three standing next to each other vacuuming, and singing the song, and I start laughing and laughing, and my husband goes, "Are you seeing it too? They're vacuuming."
Isn't that crazy? They're vacuuming in drag to "I Want to Break Free," and you two both see the same thing.
This is all in line, and it was just funny because he's going, "You're seeing it too," and I'm like, "How can you not see it? They're all like hairy legs, and their hair was all weird."
So there's like the four of them, and I know Robin, Adam, and Eric, they have super hairy legs.
Freddie was like the least hairy one, I have to say, but everybody else had like really dark, hairy legs, and it was just. And Robin was just like, he's got this hair that came out of his head, like a cleavage kind of thing. But there was just hair everywhere, and so did Eric and Adam a little bit. He had a little bit hairier, but it was just really funny to see them. And I don't remember why they came up, but I think me and Gerald were kind of having a bad day that day, and so that just really cheered us up. I think they just wanted to give us a pep talk or something.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is such a funny story. I love it.
But yeah, and Robin is saying that for people out there who are in the creative business, and I would inspire everyone, every single person on this planet to do something creative, whether it is singing or dancing or or writing or painting or drawing or doing puzzles, whatever it is, something creative, because it'll stimulate your mind, and you won't become this, robotized, lost person. Because the reason we feel lost is because we can't be ourselves. It's because we're told what to do, what direction to go into. I mean, if you think about it, he says, you look at the school system, by the time you are 18 and you're ready to go work, you've already lost every bit of creativity in you, because school has, tempered it down. When you're young, they go, here's a drawing pen, and here's this, and paint, do some hand painting, you get your creativity. But at a certain age, it's it disappears, and it's all about gaining knowledge and comprehension, and what do you want to do, and they put these pressures on you, and you just, people lose their creativity, and by the time they're 30 years old, they feel completely lost because they belongs to them anymore. And being creative, that is you. That is something from your soul. That is something that resonates with you, something that is solely you. It's not society that told you. It's not school who told you. It's not your parents that told you. It is you. So I would recommend, and I really want to see that changed in our system of education, is creativity needs to be one of the key elements in our education, because being creative will give you solutions. You know, it will give you new insights. It will give you a feeling of, yes, I created this. It'll give you that feeling of feeling confident in yourself and believing in yourself. So it's so, so important. Now, what I also want to let people know who want to you do this as a career is that it takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of hard work. And me and Freddie, we were workaholics, okay? But we loved it. There's a difference between being a workaholic and hating your job every day and dreading to go to work, and being a workaholic and enjoying every minute of it. There's a difference. So if you look at all the people who enjoy what they do, if you look at directors, you know, they will work weeks and weeks and weeks without a break. You know, they will work months and months and months. Same with actors, same with singers. You know, when we have to produce something, it will take up most of our attention, and sometimes our families will suffer from that. But when your family loves you and supports you in what you do, they will understand that it takes some sacrifice in order to stimulate what the creativity is in you, in order to make you feel like you've accomplished something, you've achieved something. So there's always, you know, in life, there's always kind of a sacrifice in both angles, especially when it comes to family. But as long as it is for the right reasons, that's good, then it's okay. If you're sacrificing your whole family life for a job that you hate, that makes you sick, that makes you depressed, then you're doing the wrong thing, because all that negative energy will affect your family in a very negative way. When you do some sacrificing, but it's for a very positive outcome, then that positivity, that result that you create, that happiness that you find inside of yourself with these accomplishments, you will give that to your family, and they will benefit from it 100 times more than you ever will. Okay, because once you're achieved it, you're like, okay, what's next? You know, there's always a next. It never ends. There's always going to be a next. A lot of people will go to you know, they get so focused on the end result. You know, they get so focused on that achievement. Yeah, but when I achieve it, everything's going to be better. But I can guarantee you, once you achieve it, you're going to be like, okay, what now? What now? What? There's always going to be something else. So my advice to all of you is, enjoy the journey to the achievement, you know, and I'm pretty sure other people have said that before, but it really is that journey that's important, not so much the achievement itself, but it's about following your heart and really be unique. Be you. Show the world what you can do. Everybody thought I was just a Looney Tune when I started. Everybody thought, like, what the hell is this? This is not what I presented, was not what comedy looked like.
That's right.
In this case, I took it out of the box and went into a completely different direction.
You did.
And a lot of people told me, oh, no. You know, I got a lot of no's as well. You know, a lot of people don't know that, but I got a lot of no's before I got a yes. So sometimes we need to go through a few no's in order to get a yes. So don't give up if people don't see it right away. As long as you see it, you will create it eventually. So he's saying, if we reduce all the creativity in the world, if we would eliminate it, then there would be no human being. We would just be, we would just be cavemen knocking on our chests and fist in the air. And believe it or not, those cavemen were a lot smarter than we are now. But let's not go into that, shall we? What I mean is, if you take away the creativity of people, then the people as we know it will die inside. They will no longer be alive. They will just be, this is a fun one. They will just be ghosts of themselves.
Yeah.
He's going, oh, wait, we're ghosts. Wait a minute.
Well, just think what you did, how brave you were. You took an alien. Your character of Mork was an alien from another planet. And that guest episode of Happy Days basically launched your whole own show because you were brave enough just to bust out with your own unique character that you created. And I mean, it launched your career.
It did. And it launched a lot of other shit too. Alcoholism, drug abuse, sleepless nights. Oh, wait, should we not mention that?
No, that's okay. Because we need to mention that can happen and then you can deliver the lesson that goes with it. So go for it, baby.
It is, and it's not the creativity that leads you to that. Right. But it is getting into a space where everybody adores you, but you don't feel the adoration for yourself.
Right.
And that is what we went through, me and Freddie as well. And he's pointing at him. He's like, Freddie can confirm that. Freddie, just like me, we were always looking for ourselves. We were always looking. And people, when you get famous, people tell you who you are, and they'll praise you and they'll adore you and, they'll scream their heads off and throw their bras at you. But all that love, all that adoration, if you don't feel it for yourself, it's just not going to do anything for you. And so you kind of get into the cycle of you're still the doubtful, insecure person you were before, only now you have celebrity status, and all of a sudden there's all these people who say, hey, try this drug for free, come to our party. So you go party to party to party where there's free drugs, there's free alcohol, and you're not feeling good, you're not feeling grounded in your body, you're not feeling confident about who you are. And you go there and you have all these celebrities who seem so confident. And you're just like, oh my God. So in order to feel confident, you try a little bit of this and you try a little bit of that. And before you know it, you got a problem, and it takes you a very long time to kind of get out of that. And the only way you can get out of it is by finding that self-love, by finding yourself, finding a way to ground yourself in this human existence. Because if you don't, you will lose yourself completely. And then you have people like Bellucci who overdose. There's other people who accidentally overdose because they just lose themselves.
So what grounded you, Robin? How did you get grounded and how did you get clean and sober?
Well, I had a lot of ups and downs. I had times where it was better and then it got worse again, got better, got worse again. I struggled pretty much my whole life. But the thing that kept me grounded was my family, my love for my family. I loved my family. I loved my children. I loved my wives. He's going, wives? Yeah. He's going, should we go into that? No, I don't think so, because that's just going to be a whole other episode of drama. He's just showing himself dressed up in a dress and smoking a cigarette, going, oh my God, should we go into all those marriages? I really don't think so. But he's saying, I loved all of them. I did love all of them. But shit happens. Shit happens, and shit happened to me, and shit happened to them. But I have to say, I always had women who really supported me, and in that case, I was really lucky. I was just the fucked up one. I was the one who was lost. Freddie is saying, for me, it was more about, I didn't know who I was or who He's saying, no, let me rephrase that. I knew who I was and I knew what I wanted to do. I knew music was it for me.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came to my personal life, I really struggled with my sexuality. I struggled with how people would perceive it, what was right or wrong. I did grow up in let's just say I grew up with a lot of different religions.
Really? A lot of different ones?
He had different ones, is what he's saying.
Can you
Um,
explain that a little?
well, he says I was born in uh, Zanzibar. Is that a
Zanzibar?
Zanzibar? Is that a country?
Zanzibar, yes, it's a place.
He says it's Tanzania now.
Yes.
Okay, and he's saying that where he was, where he
Uh-huh.
grew up, there were a lot of different religions.
Okay.
Uh, so he was surrounded by a lot of different things. And so he says, I didn't really have a religion for me, but I kind of picked whatever I liked from that religion, and that that sounds okay, and that sounds
Sure.
okay. He kind of jumbled it together and made it into his own religion. But he's saying, um, I wasn't really God loving or God fearing. Let's just say it that way.
Okay.
I kind of made everything according to my standards. Whatever fitted me at that time, that was what I believed in. But because of how society looks at you and how they treat you and how they approach you, for a very long time, I would deny who I really was. I would deny who I loved because I wanted people to like me. And, we were at the beginning stages of the band, and the
Mm-hmm.
band had ups and downs as well.
Mm-hmm.
People look at Queen now and it's like success. But we also had our ups and downs. We also had some failures and some, some not so successful places that we performed in. And so we wanted to make sure, or I wanted to make sure, that people would accept me in some way or form. So for
Mm-hmm.
a very long time, I just denied who I really was. And the fact that I, was gay, I kept that hidden for so long. He's making me feel, I don't remember, but he's making me feel that he didn't reveal it till like very later on into their career. And it took him a long time to actually say, hey, I like men. There you go.
That doesn't surprise me because you did have songs about women. I love Fat Bottom Girls Make the Whole Rockin' World Go Round. You did have songs about women.
Well,
And
I did love a woman very much for
okay.
a very long time, but more in a friendship way than
Right.
in a I'm in love kind of way. So, I kept up appearances, and it wasn't fair to her because she really loved me as well, and I did love her too, but more like a sister, more like
Sure.
a best friend, and it was really hard for me um, to come out with the truth to her. It was really painful, and it was a really sad time for me. But like I said, because I did deny myself for so long, because I did deny who my true nature was, and in some way or form played a part of me that's not really me. It was just a play that I would be performing. That really led me to partying and drugs and alcohol. And, that's the thing. Whenever we try to deny who we are, whenever
Mm-hmm.
we try to run from our own personality, from our own self, then we'll try and cover it up. We'll try and mask it. And the only way we can escape ourselves is by not becoming ourselves anymore. And the only way you do that is by, losing yourself in alcohol or in drugs, or, when you start losing reality, or at least your reality,
Right.
you just escape. But it never lasts. It never does. And you
Mm-hmm.
can't escape yourself forever. So there is a point in your life where you're going to have to always come to peace with, this is who I am, and I'm in full acceptance of it. There is a time where you have to learn to love yourself and accept yourself and just say, you know what, I don't care anymore what other people think. This
Right.
is who I am and this is what I do. And either you like me or you don't. You kind of have to reject other people's opinions. Now, Robin is saying that for him, he didn't really care what other people thought. That was different for him because he did care what he thought of himself. And that was his problem, he says, because I was so critical of myself. I was so perfectionistic and critical that I would bring myself down. And that I didn't have the confidence that people thought I did. But what I did, and the thing is, the more I let go of the fear, the easier it came for me, the easier it just flowed out of me. So once I was in my faith, then I forgot who I was. And that's why I love doing it so much, because once you're doing what you love, then you're on top of the moon, you're on top of the world, you've just conquered the universe. But it's the bits in between when you're not doing what you're doing, when you're just having a normal day and you're just, you need to do normal stuff. That's the time when when you go back into your shell, when you go back into that insecurity, and that's the hard bit, and I know everybody suffers with it. Everybody on this planet has an insecurity or doesn't like themselves very much, or, doesn't have the faith that they can achieve or that they're even special. But we're all special. And then that's where the creativity part comes in. If you can connect to your own creativity, it will show you just how special you really are. And it will show you where your strengths are. And when you can find those strengths inside of yourself, then you can see, okay, how can I incorporate that strength and that feeling of, yeah, I like this. This is fun. This is, this is bringing stuff out of me that I didn't know I had. Once you find that, then you need to find a way to incorporate it into your job. How can I make this into a job? And whatever you do with passion, whatever you do with love, whatever you do, whatever you want to do, when you wake up in the morning and that's the first thing you think about doing, if that's what that is, then it's always guaranteed going to lead to success, okay? When you allow your creativity to prosper, don't even worry about the money because that'll just come as a result, okay? And that's the problem. People think of the money first, and then they think of what they're going to do creatively. It needs to go the other way around. If you believe and you know that what you're doing is great, then it will lead you to the money that you request or that you want or that you think you need in order to be comfortable in this life. Because not everybody wants the same amount of money. Not everybody wants to be rich people. Some people just want to be okay, and love what they're doing and love their family and just be happy in that. Not everybody wants to be a millionaire, because I can guarantee you being a millionaire does not make you happy.
It doesn't.
And every celebrity can testify to that. It makes things easier. It's easier to share with other people and make other people happy. But just the money itself doesn't make you happy.
Right.
What you do every day, that needs to make you happy. Your family is supposed to make you happy. Just being with a person and sharing memories and creating those memories. Not about, hey, this is my wife and she needs to make me happy. I'm not talking that. Okay? But we're talking here about a relationship where we are equals and where we're energetically at the same level. Just having somebody to say good morning, honey, to every morning, and being grateful that you woke up and she's still there. There you go. That right there is a miracle on its own. When you wake up in the morning, you go, darn, girl, you're still here, huh? Well, thank you for spending another day with me. When you go there, you're in a good place, dude. Be grateful, be acceptant, and just say thank you, universe, for having her stick another day with my annoying ass. Okay, you just need to appreciate that. But staying humble, and that's something that me and Freddie did. We always kind of stayed who we thought we should be, and we didn't really rise above ourselves. We didn't think we were greater than everybody else. Never think you're better. We're all equal. We're all the same. Because if you get into that ego-driven state of mind, you're going to destroy your life and the people's lives around you. So never get into that ego state of mind. Stay who you are. You're just another human being, just like everybody else. So keep the equality inside of you, but just know that what you can do is you can make other people's worlds a little bit better with your fame. If you ever get to that fame part, you can use it for the benefit of others, because when you give and you see those people's faces, that right there makes your life worthwhile. That makes you happy, not the money. You don't feel like guilty going, oh my God, I don't really want to give it to you, but here you go. No. When you give it and you see what it does to those people, that right there brings you joy in your heart. So I recommend to everyone, try it. Share. Give a little, because you will receive it in double. That's how it is in this world. A lot of people think, oh my God, I don't have money to give. No, that's fine. If before you throw out your old toys of your children, before you throw out clothes, why don't you see if there's people in the neighborhood or even homeless people who might be able to use it? Give it away instead of throwing it in the trash. There's already too much trash in this world that needs to be burned. That's polluting our planet. So share it. Look around. Go donate it at a center for women. Who are in need, or just homeless shelters, or whatever you need to do. If you don't use it anymore, you give it. So we can all give. And I think me and Freddie can agree on this, that you need to give if you want to receive it back. So please give.
That's a beautiful message. Thank you so much.
He's saying, Cindy, that's what you're doing too. You're giving to people, and what you're giving is love, compassion, and light. We can give in so many different ways. Adam gives with his funny faces, and his funny remarks. He makes people laugh, and that's also giving, and that's why he's such an incredible bloke, because, he has the heart the size of the whole planet.
He does.
He's got incredible heart, and what he wanted to do was to give and share and love and tell people to love one another and to be compassionate to one another. And he couldn't do it in his human life, so he's doing it now. He's bringing all these celebrities together that people look up to, so people can see that, hey, we're just normal blokes just like you and me, and we went through hell and back to get there as well. But as long as we learn from one another and we grow from one another, then that's what's important. And my gift to people was making them laugh, taking away their attention from their miserable lives, and for 1 hour or sometimes 2, making them forget all that shit and just be in that moment, laughing their ass off, not thinking of all the problems and the miseries. That was my gift to society. And I know that to this day, I'm still doing that. That still hasn't stopped. And I hope I get to do that for a very, very long time. And Freddie says the same thing. He says, yeah, for me, it's the same thing. My music makes people feel. And that was my intention. I didn't just want to make people laugh, but I wanted to touch people's hearts. I wanted to make people feel and take my song and make it something that resonates with you, because everybody experiences a song in a completely different way. But as long as it moves you and as long as it makes you feel something, then I have accomplished my goal. I have accomplished my goal. And he says, I worked until the day before I died. I recorded until the day before I died. And
Wow.
I didn't get to finish my last song, but that's okay. Brian and Roger finished it for me. But yeah, for me, my band was my family. They were everything to me, and I love them so much. And if they're watching, I love you. I love you guys, and what they're doing now is incredibly great as well. They're continuing what I wanted to do, and they're doing it for charity now. So
Aw.
they're giving, 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 and so I'm grateful that my illness and my death has led to people with AIDS now being able to survive, being able to have a long life. I'm grateful that my death led to that, led to all that research, led to all that money that was pumped into the research. So I'd die all over again that way if it just meant that I get to save all these people's lives now. So love. He says, love what you do, love yourself, and love the people next to you. If you can do that in life, then you'll never miss out on anything, he says. I never did. I tried a lot of different things. I've loved a lot of different people. But I always stayed true to what I believed was right for me, and that was music. That was writing and singing and performing. And when I performed, oh boy, I was no longer on this planet. I was in heaven singing. That was me. I lost myself. And and Robin did the same thing when he's on the stage and he releases that creativity and all those sparkles, then he really just he loses himself, you know.
You know, Adam was such an interesting blend of the two of you. He loved to make people laugh. He loved to write songs. He wanted to perform. He's almost like, a little bit of Robin, a little bit of Freddie. It's really fun.
Yeah, and Adam, and this is Robin talking. He's saying Adam really inspires us now because he is he's reaching out from another world. He's reaching out from another dimension, and yes, we did our thing on Earth, and then we came here, and we're still guiding people, but we're behind the scenes. He's just going like, "Hello, this is the Adam Show now, and this is what we're gonna do," So in that case, he inspires us now to reach out more, to have more mediums talk to us, and that's why we have been reaching out to different people.
That's awesome.
We're trying to connect because we really want to be a part of that new, in some way, we would call it a new movement, of course.
Absolutely. I still say we need the Dead People channel. We need a whole channel where there's nothing but this kind of stuff to watch on TV.
Yeah, we do need a channel where we can just talk to celebrities and talk to just ordinary people as well. How was it to live in the Middle Ages, and what did you do as a carpenter back then?
Sure, wouldn't that be
there's
fun?
So much we can learn. There's so much we can learn from that, and he's saying, who knows where Adam's show is going to head one day.
Well, I don't know if it'll be us, but it should be somebody.
It should be somebody.
I would like to see it happen no matter how it happens. It needs to just be there for the world, I would watch it.
It is, yeah. And now there are certain channels, and it's mostly about, about the spiritual world and evolving and things like that. But there's not really a show yet where it's just, he's going, dead people taking over alive people's bodies. Trans-channeling, where celebrities just come in and start doing their show again. That would be fun. He's going, I'm up for that, Robin. Robin's going, I'm up for that.
Oh, I bet it would be so fun to trans-channel.
And just have a new show. We'll call it From Behind the Veil. Robin is all dressed up as a doctor. He's going, let's see what we can get out of there. Lungs, she don't need that. Gallbladder.
Okay, Patch Adams.
He's just showing me. I was just, and a heart. Who needs a heart nowadays? Everything's dead anyway. He's just throwing it out.
It's like the operation game. Instead of when you pick it out, you just toss it. He's got the mask.
He's got a little green, like a green apron. He's got like a little green hat, and then like the thing in front of it. He's going, oh, we don't need that.
Doing surgery.
No, we don't need that. It's just really funny.
I love it.
You
would not have to trans-channel him for us to do a live Chillin' with Adam. You channel
Oh
him
no.
all the time. So that doesn't matter. And we'd really love to do a live Chillin' with Adam in the UK before you move over here to this side of the pond.
I hope so. I'm working on it.
Well, you just keep us
You know,
informed of your timeline so we can get over there first.
I know. Screw time, it's now. We're there. I'm there. But yeah, we're definitely going to do that. He's really excited about meeting people in person.
Adam
And really
is?
talking to them one-on-one instead of just through a video. So I know that's definitely happening. Either way, it's happening. That's not even a question. It's just about when and where and how.
Yeah.
But we're going to let that unfold and just take it one day at a time and see where it leads us. Because I think that's the thing in life. And that's what Adam is saying right now is one day at a time, one day.
I love that. I love how this whole thing has just evolved organically. Who knew?
Adam says, Mom, when we do it with love, then you've just experienced how fast things can change and how fast it can grow.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So don't worry about when and how and when. It's just about let's just enjoy one day at a time and see where it leads us. Because the more we let go and the more we have fun with it, the faster we're going to achieve it. The faster we're going to be there and greet everybody in person.
That's going to be a blast.
I know.
Thank you so much for bringing Robin and Freddie. Now? I would like to let you share for just a second. What was this experience like for you, meeting Freddie and Robin and hanging out with those two?
Well, I hang with them every now and then, so they're kind of part of my group. So I'm used to them, And Freddie likes to sing to me a lot, and when I'm not feeling good or I'm feeling down, and there's always a Freddie song popping up. And Robin, I don't see Robin as much, but he's going, "What are you saying? You saying I'm not good enough?" But when he does pop up, it's always funny. So I think he helps me to keep a smile on my face even through the tough times. So I'm happy that they got to come forward, and they're doing it with other people as well. So whoever has a Robin or a Freddie story, don't be afraid to share it with us, because I'd love to hear them, because they're all over. I know that they're inspiring people all over the world. So share your stories with us. I think that's another great thing. Share your stories with us. Share them on YouTube, what you've encountered. And if you feel Adam or you see Adam loves it when he sees that, you guys are picking up on his signals. He loves it. So he's saying he's still working on trying to find a good prank that's just him.
Unique to him, like Eric and his farts and Eric and his fire alarms.
Right, but he's saying, Eric kind of claimed that, so I'm still looking for something original that's just me. So he's working on that to let people know he's there. But he's saying a lot of people have started talking to me. A lot of people have connected to me, and so it's really a lot of fun that I get to reach all these people and talk to them. So yay!
I know it is really fun. I hear from people that he's connected with, and it's fantabulous. I just made up another word.
Fantabulous.
Fantabulous. Love it. Fantabulous.
He's going, rock on. We'll just call it the A&A show later on. We'll do an Adam and Adam show one day.
We're going to be doing another Chillin' with Adam Supermom show, and we're going to invite Sarah Kajawa and Adam Kajawa to come back with us.
Oh, I love Sarah.
I do too.
Sweetest.
She is, and she's
a great person.
We're kind of putting our heads together to come up with maybe something that might help other moms. We're not quite sure what it's going to look like. We just know our hearts are open and we're willing, and we're just kind of letting it come to us. So we'll see.
I think that is a great, great idea. We love you, Sarah. Adam and Adam are going. She's got Adam and Adam now supporting her. And Robin. Robin comes and visits hers all the time, too.
Oh, I know. He hangs out with Sarah.
Mm-hmm. He just told me. He's like, oh, she's my buddy. She's my buddy. We
You
hang out.
you can hang out with me too, Robin.
He's like, oh, be careful what you wish for.
I still wish it. I still wish it.
He's saying, all right, I'll sign you up.
All righty.
He's going like this. I'll sign you up on my Robin list, my visitors list. Who do I go next? Cindy.
Thank you so very much for coming. Do you have any last words you'd like to share before we sign off, Robin and Freddie and Adam?
They're just saying, stay true to yourself, have a great big laugh, and just don't give a shit.
I'm going to try.
Oh.
I'm going to try. We'll see how much I don't give a shit when we see how much of my silliness of myself I edit out of here.
No. Adam's going, don't you dare, Mother. Leave it in.
See, just between you and me, it's kind of a secret where Adam got his goofiness. Nobody knows it. That it actually came straight down the pipe.
Well, I think people are going to love it. So as long as we can make people laugh, I think we've already achieved our goal right there.
I think we have. And I also want to say, extend an invitation to both of you, to Robin and to Freddie, to have your very own episode of Chillin' with Adam, if you'd like to come back by yourself and share about your own unique life. Just you.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So folks watching,
all right.
So folks, if you're watching, if there was something that you wanted to know about Robin or Freddie that we didn't cover today, because our topic today was creativity, right?
Yeah.
If there's something that you'd like to know on their own individual show, send us some questions. And if we have enough to invite them back and they want to come, we'll do a Chillin' with Adam with Robin, and we'll do a Chillin' with Adam with Freddie.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Miss Emma, so much.
You're welcome. Adam says, I love you, Mom.
Love you, Adam.
Love you, love you, love you, love you. He's going like this. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.
Right there.
Bye,
folks. Till next time.